welcome to day 3 of Veda. It's Tom O'Brien here, Master Herbalist, bringing you 30 herbs in 30 days for the month of August. And today I have Valerian, a great herb for mental health, especially for anxiety and nervous tension. Valerian has a long history dating back to the early Greeks and Romans, like many herbs, but Valerian in particular was used by Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine. So if it was used by him, it must be good, and it has a long history, and for me that's evidence-based medicine that dates back 2,000 years. What medicines here today will date that far into the future? I doubt it. Valerian has even been used in folklore, in spiritual practices, and it even has a tradition that it was used in love potions, and particularly good for bringing arguing couples back together. I suppose it's that relaxing effect it has on people to calm the spirit and help people chill. So it's one of my favorite herbs, has a really good effect on me, and it's my go-to, one of my go-to, many herbs to go to, but one of my go-to herbs for good mental health, help you relax and chill. Of course, it's the Valerian root that is the part that we use, and I have here a little jar of Valerian root. And the smell in particular, I like the smell in particular. It's a really nice smell, and can be taken as an infusion. More commonly I use it as a tincture, and I use it mixing in with other herbs. As I said before, combines well with passion flower. It's a really good herb with a solid evidence base, and I'll touch on some of that evidence later. Its key actions are as an analgesic, which is pain-killing effect. It's also an antispasmodic and a tranquilizer, which is a combination of being a sedative and a hypnotic, but known better as a tranquilizer. Has a similar name to the drug Valium, so you can imagine that there's similar effects there. But this has been shown to be as effective as benzos in research, and it's even effective for benzo withdrawals. People going through benzo withdrawals can really experience a lot of stress and anxiety, and Valerian is a really good herb to help you deal with the symptoms of benzo withdrawals. It's safe and non-addictive, and particularly good for treating the symptoms of anxiety, which can be palpitations, nervous headache, tension in the muscles. It's very good and evidence-based as well as a muscle relaxant, antispasmodic effect. It's also a good remedy for insomnia. Like a lot of nervine herbs that work on the nervous system that help you relax, they're really good source of herbs for insomnia. This is particularly good as well for menstrual cramps and rheumatic pain associated with rheumatoid arthritis. Sometimes can be used for irritable bowel syndrome, which is very much associated with nervous anxiety. The main precaution again with Valerian is that it may cause drowsiness, so not to use machinery or to drive if you're experiencing drowsiness. The evidence that I'm using is from this book here, Herbs and Natural Supplements, an evidence-based guide, and there's a wealth of scientific evidence in this resource, and a lot of the references I use can be found in that book. There's a wealth of evidence to support the use of Valerian for relaxing muscles, for restless leg syndrome, for anxiety, for insomnia. There's evidence to support the use of Valerian for obsessive compulsive disorder and for fibromyalgia, as well as evidence to support the use of Valerian as a replacement for typical benzodiazepines used to treat anxiety. And as I said earlier, it's also effective in helping people deal with the symptoms of benzo withdrawals, which are tremors, nervousness, tension, muscle ache. Again, all of the areas that I mentioned earlier. So overall, Valerian, a really effective herb with a wealth of evidence to support it, to support good and effective mental health. A natural herb used instead of medicine, where these medicines can have side effects, some of them are addictive, but this herb will support you through that period when you're trying to deal with the root causes of anxiety. As I said earlier, herbalists try to get to the root cause, give you herbs to support you manage the symptoms so you get to a solution, and I recommend Valerian as an effective natural treatment for anxiety and nervous tension. The mental health tip tonight I want to talk about is social connection. Social connection is really, really important for our mental health. For older people especially, when they start getting isolated, they can become depressed and they can become disconnected, as their peers may have passed, their family may have moved on. And if you're an older person and you're isolated, this can affect your mental health. It's really important, if there's an older person in your life, to visit them, to connect with them, and to ensure that they have the support that they need. If you're an older person, it's equally your responsibility to open your heart, to connect with those around you, and to reach out, and don't be afraid to ask for help. There's nothing more damaging for our mental health than isolation and loneliness. One of the best herbs you can have is social connection, sometimes known as love. So on that note, I'll leave you with this video on valerian. I really hope that you find some value in it, and if you find it useful, and maybe share it with your friends on social media, and tell people about this series, because it's going to be going on for the next month. This is only day 3. There's 27 more videos to come with 27 more herbs and 27 more mental health tips. I hope you join me on this trip for the next month. If you haven't joined me already, let me know what you think of the video in the comments below, and as many people have been putting comments, asking questions, and I will address all of those questions in this series. You can also connect with me on Twitter, on the herbal Facebook group called Herbal Medicine Ireland, and I'm mostly here in the comments below. I always respond to every comment, whether they're critical or whether they're supportive. Give everybody a fair chance. Thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in a video very soon. Take care. Bye bye.